Is there an RPG you wish it was a different genre? For example, like a platformer, fighting, or just another type of an RPG? What I do think is that I have a bunch of games that I think should have been an RPG. For example, some adventure games with RPG elements. Others don't. Others are the exact opposite. Like, I wish they have less RPG elements, like Judgment, for example. Judgment is a game that I loved. And as much as I adore RPGs with all my heart and soul, I think Judgment is a game that should have had less RPG elements. That's it. Just a little bit less. Like the skill system, there was a lot of skills to learn, a lot of moves, a lot of whatever, you know. Now I felt overwhelmed always. You know, when I got the points after every battle or mission to distribute those points in the game, I was like, man, why do I need to do this? You know, it's just an action game, an action-adventure game. Does it really need this? I just felt kind of unnecessary, you know. I wish the game could have let you just choose some points. Maybe, I don't know, some 5 different skills, and that's it. I just think the game didn't need that many skills. That's all I'm saying, you know. My opinion. And there's also been the other way around. Games that I wish could have had stronger RPG elements, like Muramasa the Demon Blade, for example. That's a game where you control 2 characters. You play as 2 characters, you know, you don't simultaneously play as them. You gotta complete one first and then the other. And, well, it's one of those games where I've seen a lot of people saying this is not an RPG, and I kind of agree. I do see the game as an action RPG, but I don't argue when I see people saying it's not an RPG, precisely because the RPG elements are slow in there. It focuses way more on the action than the RPG elements. So that's the opposite, you know. That's a game that I wish could have had more RPG elements. Like maybe it has it has a great skill tree connected to the swords. You level up and that's it. But I wish it could have had more dialogue, more towns to visit, more, you know, safe areas, more people to talk to. Not that much dialogue. I don't want to be overwhelmed with dialogue, especially not in a fast-paced action RPG like that. But and also I wish the game could have been a little bit longer, you know, because if you play as either character, you beat the game in 5 hours, 5 to 6 hours, and you're done. And if you do all the side content, which is a bare minimum, you beat the game in 10 hours. So I wish the game could have been a little bit longer. Same with games like Dragon's Crown, another one from Vanillaware. But I think the aim of those games were not to be true action RPGs, but more like to be action games with RPG elements. So that's my answer. But I've never seen a game that, Super Mario World should have been a shoot 'em up. You see? That's never happened to me. Like, this game should have been a completely different genre. Like, Little Nightmares should have been a racing game. Like, no, that's never happened to me. Just maybe taking some elements away from the game or including more elements to this or that. Little Nightmares, for example, masterpiece, both of them. Big fan of those. They could have been a little bit longer, maybe a couple of hours longer, and that's it. But I have no problem, and the games are a masterpiece. So there you go. That was an interesting question. Thanks for that.